Hello. We're back. We're live. What's up, guys? It is. Hold on. Let me turn this down. I can't hear myself think. What's up, guys? It's Thursday. It's also April 11th, which means Fallout came out today. I haven't watched any of it yet. No spoilers. Negative spoilers. But I wanted to hop on here and finish Killer Frequency and hang out a little bit. So let's hop into it. What up? You can hear me. You can hear the game. Let's continue. What is up? Replay with the first. Let's see if we still got it. Nice. Let's take a caller.
Forrest Nash here. Listeners, we've got another caller live on 189.16, The Scream. What's on your mind, caller?
Hey, Forrest. I just wanted to phone in and say that I think I speak for everyone when I say that you're providing a real service for Gallows Creek tonight. It's cool what you're doing, man.
Well, I'm just doing my job, friend. Anyway,
Just try not to
tell me
get
about
fired, dude.
yourself. What's your name? Are you keeping safe tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm good, thanks. I'm at my roller rink, trying to get everything ready for the Harvest Festival tomorrow. I had a guy from Starling Security here earlier installing the Starling 4000 system, so I'm a little behind. As for my name, my friends call me Roller Ricky, and I now consider you a friend, my man.
Thanks, friend.
We're friends now, huh? Well, that's kind of you to say. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Sounds like roller skating
no.
is more than just a
Look
job
at
to you.
these.
So is this vocational?
I wasn't always Roller Ricky. Once upon a time, believe it or not, I used to go by just Ricky.
This, I didn't know these were here. This could have saved that one guy's life.
Things were pretty rough. I used to roll with a bad crowd. Not all bad, but there was one guy. Anyway,
Where's the roller
some
rink?
bad stuff went down. I harbored a lot of guilt for a long time and turned to the bottle. I didn't really talk about it or even know how to talk. It's just how it was. That bottle took the best years of my life. Or so I thought.
It's never too late, Roller Ricky.
How did you turn things around?
I joined a support group. I opened up about my problems, and sharing that burden just took so much weight off. It's a long story from there, but I found roller disco. I learned how to have fun again, cutting loose and making shapes. Now whenever I get down, I get down. I'm finally free from it all, man. It's important just to talk to somebody. That's the first step.
So I was right. Initially, we should have went with this person.
Aw, hello, Max.
So we went with this person, but they were too old to get there in time. The other person lived over here. Welcome, Max.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Max.
That's fucking
Max
loud.
is my emotional support dog.
Can't
He's a
turn it down
rescue
either.
Dog, but I always say he's the one that rescued me. He's the best dog
Should
a guy
we
could
do?
ask for.
I don't know if we
First thing I
can.
did was
Can
teach
we?
him how to skate.
No. If I saved, I could
He's
have.
better than
But,
me now, a real pro.
Max can skate.
oh well.
Yeah, man. At first they said it couldn't be done.
It is what it
and then they said
is.
it shouldn't be done. But Maxie loves the rink, man. Is that another train, Maxie?
Let's redo the whole game.
Maxie loves trains, man. He's even got that special how to greet them.
Neighbors must love it.
I'm sure your neighbors must love that.
Maxie appreciates all the positivity you're throwing out, my man. You know, I'm actually hosting free skating lessons tomorrow at the festival. I think it's a great opportunity to give back to the community. Man, all this talk of skating's got me itching for a boogie. Before I switch my radio off for the night, could I request a song for us? Something I can groove to, you know, something funky. It'll be me and Maxie's final boogie breakdown tonight.
Something
Then I think we'll
funky.
take it down a level.
I can do that. Thanks again for calling. You and Max, be safe now, okay?
Something
Bye,
funky.
Maxie.
You got it, man. Peace.
Well, folks, this next one goes out to Roller Ricky and Max. Enjoy.
Sounds funky, maybe.
You're gonna love this next track.
I really needed that call, you know, after everything.
Yeah, I get that. He talked a bit much for my
Nothing's
taste,
playing.
but it is inspiring to hear somebody come back from the brink like that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You were thinking about Max on skates, weren't you?
Well, would you look at that? Another caller on the line. What are the odds? Better take it.
What up?
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. This is Forrest Nash. How are you tonight, caller?
I'm doing okay. I made it home safe.
Gary!
Hey, I just
Carrie. Which one was
wanted
Carrie?
to thank you for doing what you could earlier.
She was part of the
Even though
Friends,
we
right?
lost Jimmy,
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. You were so brave earlier. You're safe now.
I wanted to ask you why. Why he didn't. Why am I?
Why what, Carrie?
Why did he spare me? After what he did. Why let me
Good
go?
question. Got bored?
Maybe he got bored. He just didn't feel like it.
He just didn't feel like it? What, he felt like killing my friends? And then just got bored when he got to me?
Forrest, not cool.
I have to go. I can't do this.
Let's just get some music on the air.
Yeah, here's some music to clear the air. Here comes one of my favorites.
I need to go find more.
I need to take a break. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time. Just hit the Peggy button when you want to get back on air.
Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. I want to go find. I know there's more records to find. I just don't know where they are. I don't know how they are. Did we go in this store yet?
It's not opening.
Damn. We can crouch. So maybe they're under something? We've only found one so far. And it was... I don't even remember. Can I just take these off? Fuck. Screen. Oh my god, that scared me. I thought there was someone there. I mean, we searched this room pretty thoroughly. I'm gonna be kind of surprised if we find one in here, but it couldn't hurt to look, right? No, Peggy said she threw some record out of the office window. What's that? Can I get that? Negative. So maybe if we go down there, we can get it. Can I go up here? No. Oh, I put that there. I mean, the other one we found was in this room, so I'd also be surprised if we found one here. Man, I woke up shitty today. Like, This might be useful. Right here's where we found the other one. But I stayed up till like 1 or 2. Finishing. Oh, I finished off all the Mountain Dews like 11. And then obviously I stayed up to drink some water and chill out.
Needs a key. Locked tight.
And then at like 7 this morning, I wake up and my ear is bubbling. I don't know how else to describe it. It just sounds like deep in my ear it was bubbling. I don't know. And so that was really annoying. I sat up. I got a Q-tip and tried to clean my ear and nothing fixed it. I looked it up what could cause it. It said it could be like the tube in your inner ear that goes to your throat for drainage could be clogged due to like allergies or something. I was like, oh, that could be it. Took an allergy pill and it seems to have helped. But man, that sucked. That was scary. Like, man, is this just my life now? Bubbling all the time. You're gonna go deaf in that ear. And then I took the allergen pill on an empty stomach, so that made me feel bad in a whole new way. It's exciting. So I had to like get up and I ate some like fruit snacks and a banana.
Nice. New music to play.
Pog. Wonder how many there are. I guess we've still got a while to go. Cause like we've got
Locked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not getting in there tonight.
5 locked doors. 6 actually. 7 if you count Peggy's room. Hold on. We don't have that one. We don't have Caged Tiger. I think that's the one we just got. Got that one. Is that a working VHS? Hold on. Let's go back and get that VHS tape that I picked up. And see if I can put it in there. Because that VHS back there has a tape on it. Like a piece of tape that says broken. But maybe this one. No, nothing. Fuck. TV in here? No. It's a bummer. I'm gonna guess that's all the music we can find for now.
Let's get going, Peggy.
Alrighty, we could run another segment or... Scratch that, Forrest. We have a caller.
Of course we do.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were gonna play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy?
Dawn.
Yes. Oh, well remembered.
Peggy threw
My
that
name is
song
Dawn,
out.
and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
You must love it.
You must really love that song. If you're calling up to ask for it when you know we don't have it.
Well, I do love it. And I don't want to argue, but you do have it. It's just outside the window.
There's a serial killer on the loose. I can't just go outside hunting for a record.
I'm really sorry, Dawn, but we just can't get it right now.
But wasn't the Whistling Man just at the old murder house? That's miles from the station. It won't take you a second to grab it.
He's fast.
Don, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's something unnatural about this freak. He's fast. I'm not risking it.
Oh, but I think you will. Forrest? Peggy, I'm calling with more than a request. I know something.
What do you know?
I think I know who's gonna be next.
What?
Are you serious?
Play my song, Forrest, and you'll find out.
Well, folks, here's some music for you while I think things over.
Fuck.
This is I'm Coming to Getcha by Vice. One of the best tunes this year. Is she serious, Peggy?
She's serious about hearing that song, that's for sure.
Peggy, I mean, is she serious about...
I don't know, Forrest, but we don't really have a choice, do we? If she's telling the truth...
All right.
All right, I'll do it.
You're a good man, Forrest. I'll slide you the key to the fire door.
Just sign me all the keys to
Wait,
every door.
Our fire door has to be unlocked?
Yeah, you know, I never thought about it, but yeah. We should talk to Reggie about that later.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it seems
I'll
like
hold
a
the fort down
hazard.
while you're out. Maybe I'll even get a caller. That could be exciting.
189.16, The Screw.
With me, Peggy.
Let me leave. There we go. Is this the fire door?
That's not opening.
Negative. I wish there was a sprint. That'd be really cool. I mean, that's not the fire door. I don't think that's even interactable. Finally, I'll take this upstairs. Wait, fuck. Oh. Oh no. That's no good.
Well, this is broken. Looks like it'll be secure at least.
Great. Love that. Love that for us. I'm gonna have to fucking run from this thing, aren't I? Oh, I see fuses. Whoa. I did that. Let me just set this down over here. There's a green fuse. there's more fuses. Okay.
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man. Out here. In the open.
There he is.
Alone.
That's him. Oh, and there's the...
Here it is. Long ride home. Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses.
Oh, are they all green? Don't like that. A red one. Another yellow one. Got him. Which reminds me of the hash slinging slasher from SpongeBob. 70? Oh. So this probably isn't even right. I gotta do fucking math in here, dude. So let's see, we got 10... 40, 60. We need another red one. That's what we need. Oh, look at that. Just, is that not? Perfect. There's 60.
Bingo!
The fuck? Get the card back.
I could probably survive that fall.
Can we close that back, or just gonna leave that open for the killer?
Looks like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive?
Oh. The fuck?
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
That's creepy.
Huh,
Key.
There's a key. I'll just take that. Might be important.
I mean, there's so much stuff here. Becca, Kim, Chuck. I'm just gonna leave it all for now. Looks like a lot of info there. This is where I would put a record. If I had one.
I wonder how the show's going.
Did I see something that I could interact with? No. Okay.
So many locked doors, so few keys.
Finally, I'll be able to put this down somewhere.
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for...
Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive, the janitor, might be Clive, the murderer.
Something's up with Clive.
Start from the beginning. The fire door locked.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. All right, let's
Oh,
run through
nice.
this again.
We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find them.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive
Yes.
must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Well, obviously this is a doctor and this is the power station. Festival disaster. I don't know if that's trailer park or gas station. I don't think it's either. The hell? Festival victims. Sears blamed 2 engineers that were contracted in from the local power station. Lead engineer Aunt Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett were distracted talking about horror movies while assembling the big wheel in order to do community service. Local legend takes to Manhattan. Famous author of tell-all book Diary of a Car Thief moves out of Gallows Creek for a new life in the big city. She stole her cars, stole her time and money. Local 24-hour gas station bought by ex-lottery winner. Sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. The new owner claims it will keep me busy on an evening. Do we see lottery winner anywhere? I think we've used all this stuff. Fuck. Chuck Brody, former Gallows High Captain Chuck Brody suffered a career-ending injury as a victim of the festival disaster last year. Upon zero discovery, for buying some lottery tickets. Hopefully he gets lucky and get back on his feet. That's Chuck Brody. I gotta rearrange this. Wait. We don't have anything on Kim Allen. We'll put her over here. Okay. Trailer for sale. Wait. We think that goes to him. It's just marriage announcement. Kim Walker. Peter Stein got married May 30th, 1970. Wait, why do I have that there? We think he's gas station guy. Yeah, we don't know about that yet. Police have finally put an end to the long-running car thief syndicate. This were made after a member gave up info on their co-conspirators. Informant who asked from anonymous, referred to as R.A. Becca Allen. He's car thief. Guessing she's also trailer park. But we don't know yet. Is your car safe? Sheriff Matthews warned citizens look out for suspicious behavior. Multiple car thieves. Crime was 1970. Will be stopped. I can assure you. Whatever. 87. What year is it for us? Do we know? They said at some point. Anyway. Do you care about health and safety? Good. Come down to the yearly convention. Special mystery guest. The lead engineer responsible for the disaster. Who is responsible for the disaster? Aunt Williams? Yeah, Aunt Williams was blamed. Tragedy struck Gallows Creek yesterday afternoon after a bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. Deceased have been identified as Rudd, Newton, Peter Stein, Mrs. K. Stein. So Kim's dead? Okay, Kim's dead. Okay, what's this one? Sick of being a local celebrity. People are so mean to me. I only stole a few cars. Yeah, okay. So she's dead. It's 1987. That was 10 years ago. Sunday 6th. What are we trying to... where someone is at tonight? I think this is... I'm putting them in order now. So... car thieves on the loose. They impounded it. And then she's selling her trailer. And then she went to Manhattan. So she's not even here anymore. This person's dead. This person will be around on Sunday. I think this guy's at the gas station right now.
it going?
I'm ready.
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
Let's do it.
I'm sure.
I'm
Let's do
confident.
this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
What's his name? Chuck Brody.
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
Gas station.
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Fuck.
Hello?
Chuck Brody!
Hello?
Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and
Oh God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Forget what?
forget what?
Forget. No, man. I gotta get out of here.
I think he ran off.
I think you're right.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck. Jeez!
It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
What the fuck?
Is Chuck?
I don't
What
know.
the fuck? Could
Hang
we
on,
have stopped
we're
that?
getting a call.
Hello?
Oh, he lived.
Chuck!
Cool.
Forrest, the whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though.
Great.
Yeah. Damn it, that firebolt.
We gotta have
blew me.
backups for these things. Fire
Gotta
trucks,
get to the
ambulances.
hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man. I can't thank you enough, but damn, I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
189.16.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream.
I can't introduce the song. Normally when I put it on, it lets me introduce it. Am I supposed to be doing something right now?
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Game. Down we go. Into hell. Pointing.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
What key? Oh. Basement storage. Scared. It's dark down here. There's like a vignette around my vision when I'm down here.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Okay. I don't like that there's a map down here. Am I gonna have to start doing stuff from down here? I don't want to do stuff from down here. It's creepy down here. Are there any records though? Surely, right? What? This is this, right? No, this is not this.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
On what? Do you want me to go all the way back up there to play it? Okay. No? Okay, there's a way to play it down here. Don't know how. Oh. Duh.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait. George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
Hmm.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. This indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death.
Creepy. Didn't like that sound. Delivery note. Got something delivered to... What is it? Security. Starling Security delivering installation alarm system. Hospital, the gas station, the roller rink, the apartments, radio station. The client opted for manual installation at the radio station. In apartments, unable to install. Okay. What the fuck? Do we remember these codes? Entering codes and commands, sequential key depressions must be made within 4 to 5 seconds for another. 45 seconds elapsed. That key depression intro will be aborted. Make a mistake. Stop. Press star. Start over. I'm gonna take a picture. That's what I'm gonna do. Boop. Bingo bongo. don't appreciate all these noises.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage.
This looks useful.
Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
4 a.m. a call was received from a jogger, while Miss Sandra Sharp reporting that a body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate and I was able to identify the body at the scene of George Sparrow. Contacted the coroner's office and the boy's parents, informed me that they had not seen him since 7 p.m. on the 2nd. Okay, what's this next thing? That it? I think that's it.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
Can't see shit.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Okay.
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water where he
This
hit
has
his
to be
head,
important.
was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off. If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed.
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
Subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst.
So he's not the killer.
I don't know. Do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say, that I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
I see. I don't see.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Is he supposed to be dead or not?
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just
It's
can't
Dawn.
place it.
I bet it's Dawn.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned.
That's what this
It
says.
was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
Yeah.
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I
She
found a
did
tape
say
that
something
introduces a new
weird.
detail to the story. Post-mortem injury.
I don't remember what though.
Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body? I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to
I think that's spot on.
where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
The Jazz Runner?
She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though.
This is
I did a
fishy.
full project on reservoirs and got an A. But yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then?
Can we talk about this when I'm
The
not
body
in
was
the
originally
layer?
found somewhere other than what the report suggests. That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know?
It's possible.
We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
I'm so ready.
We need to figure out our next step.
The witching hour.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really, how are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
Oh, come on. I want it a little closer. There we go. We still haven't used this. I'm happy with that. It's our job.
It's our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line. When you're ready, shut the music off.
I just put it
Hello
on.
again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fredman Plunker here. Who's this? Is it you?
Plunker.
Goose.
Oh my god. Sure.
Plunker, it's Goose.
Goose! Goose! Where are you? Get your ass here. The party has moved.
Oh, cool. Where's it moved to?
This old lady's house. She's pretty cool, though. Dude, she said we could raid her liquor cabinet if we stayed and protected her. Of course, we're not drinking anymore.
Of course.
We're staying sharp in case that whistling turd turns back up. The old lady might need our help.
Of course, man. Of course. Hey, could you put me on with the old lady? You know, to check if it's cool for me to drop by.
Oh, there's that goose respect we love.
The goose respect.
I'll grab her now.
Hello? Is this Goose?
Hey, Dr. Sullivan.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
I'd be jumpy too.
I can't blame you. I'd be jumpy too.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I got this, Peggy.
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Clive.
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No. I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
We thought so too.
We thought so too, but...
You don't understand. All those years ago, he...
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest he... well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them. And we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no, but, well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick. For me, he used both. You see, my sister
It's
is
getting kinky.
sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Thank
Okay.
you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia. So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? Well, we know Sandra was involved in George's death. Do you want to call her?
I do.
Let's
Alright,
fucking
but
do it.
before we go asking questions, I think we should know what we want to ask. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Sure.
We need to ask her about finding the body. She was the one who discovered it, but something just doesn't add up.
100%. She knows more than she's saying.
I wonder what she's hiding.
We'll hopefully find out soon. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
Alright, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who's this?
Hello
Jazz
again, Sandra.
Pizzazz Jazz
It's Forrest
Studio.
Nash of 189.16, The Scream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Oh my. Why
Do you
retargeted?
know why the Whistling Man
No nonsense.
might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the
Superhuman
death of a boy
cardio.
named George.
I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
You found the body.
Sandra, we know you found George's body. We have the police report.
I don't know what you mean.
Don't be a liar.
Don't be a liar, Sandra. It doesn't suit you.
I'm not lying. Oh, look at the time. It sure is late. I have to go. I'll drive home now, or just drive. I'm sorry.
Well,
I might have gone a bit hard on her.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just move on. Well, folks, if
Shit.
anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
that's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest. I know this is really out of the blue.
The Dracula?
With everything happening tonight. But I wondered if you could send this special birthday message to my uncle.
Sure, why
You know
not?
what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Pepper hair, even as
Back.
a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday
You're just going
you'd
crazy.
like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my God, damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at
Pizza place.
Son of a bitch! Stop calling us.
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on. We've already got another caller on the line.
This is 189.16 The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller. Ponty.
Ponty's Pizza always delivers. Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there.
Forrest? Forrest? Are you okay? Forrest?
Tweaking
I
out.
hope the whistling man gets
Oh, I'm
him with
tweaking
his
out.
own pizza slicer.
Jesus, Forrest?
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16 The Scream with me, Forrest Nash. Who may I say is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Dawn. We
Dawn?
played your song, Long Ride Home. Did you hear it? Can you tell us?
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
With what? Are you in danger?
Are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get inside.
Ask a neighbor?
Can a neighbor let you in?
I only moved in last week. I don't know anybody yet. There's not even a buzzer here, only the keypad for the entry code. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the
I think I have it.
Woodside apartment town hall and trailer park, but I doubt any of your
What up, Jojo?
listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
Noisy part of town.
Sounds like a noisy part of town.
I'm pretty good. I'm
Yes.
tired today.
Boy, I wish he'd muscle that thing in. Oh,
Other than that,
and
not
now
too
he's blasting
shabby.
David Scopo out of his window. This night
How
can't
about
get
you?
any- The whistling man. He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code
Didn't
for
get
that
enough
security
EPs.
system, or I'm gonna die.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starling Security 4000. There's a keypad, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
We'll try.
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you, Forrest.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
He's gonna make me go back down there and get the book.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something?
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird.
Well, I was
about
weird
that.
about that.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Yeah, it's gonna make me go back down there to get the book.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the
Mundayy
Starling
killer?
4000.
Not quite. I'm not the killer. But there is a killer. Somewhere. We're trying to figure out who, and we're saving people from him. Here's the book.
Starling 4000 user manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
It's a pretty nifty little game. It's interesting being like a radio host who's in a very small town, and 911 got taken down. So me as a radio host am just the next qualified person to take all these emergency calls.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good.
But you
And
see,
did you find
we're
anything else?
getting to the
Nothing
bottom of
except
things.
the manual.
All right. Well, I'll get Dom back on the line then, Forrest. I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks,
Obviously, the next qualified person.
When you're ready, shut the music off. Line 1.
Radio
whenever
hosts,
you're ready.
911 operators, they're kind of the same thing.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Scream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I'm so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
I guess give her the entry code.
The code is 715914.
What could go wrong with that?
Forrest.
Wait, no.
Forrest, what did we do?
Whoops.
I think we just helped the killer.
Maybe that wasn't.
Forrest, there's another call coming in.
Evening caller, you're live on.
Forrest! The psycho's somewhere in the roller rink, dude. I just saw a shadow. Goddamn, how do you even get in?
Yeah, that was his dog that was on the phone. They're not
You
at the
gotta help me, man.
apartments.
Forrest,
Maxine, no! Come back. I can't find my rifle, man.
Fuck.
I don't want to hurt anybody, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie! Maxie! Maxie!
They just killed the fucking dog, dude.
You didn't do anything wrong!
Thanks again, Forrest.
oh God, poor Ricky.
Okay, Gallows Creek. Here's some music.
Oh, no.
Process what just happened.
So the whistling man
We fucked up.
is a woman?
We just killed that guy, basically.
I know. I can't believe it.
She called up. You spoke to her multiple times.
I knew I should have gave like the maintenance code or something. The alarm test. She seemed pretty normal.
Yeah, she seemed pretty normal.
Why do you think she requested that song?
It's been going this bad. Well, you know, we're human. We make mistakes.
To get me outside?
Maybe, but how? She didn't know the song was outside to start with.
That's right. She never actually attacked me out there.
So, what now?
I guess I should make an announcement. We do have new info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement. Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you.
Neighbors, look out for each other and stay
We're
safe.
neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer was calling themselves Dawn.
Could be a fake name.
This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Okay, folks, time to take a call.
189.16.
This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm a 25
Glad I
Nancy Drive.
played that
My
little
best
stinger
friend's been stabbed.
before this emergency.
He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Breathe.
Easy, easy. Take a breath. Relax.
Okay. We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. He just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no, Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Was it a woman?
Casey, was he talking to a woman?
I don't know. They had a mask and wore all black. That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left him to bleed out. I
Wait, why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital. I can't drive, so we need an
Ambulance is blown up.
Forrest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
So is he done too? Fuck. Could we have stopped that from blowing up before? I don't even. Where's he hurt?
Can you tell us where your friend was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach,
He's gone.
and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg!
What's your friend's name, Casey?
Did you take it out or you leave it in?
Jason Parker!
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16.
Oh my god.
We have a stab victim at 25
We don't have
Nancy
time for
Drive
that.
named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh God, I'm sorry. But the ambulances, well, you know.
I know, but please, we need something or he's going to die.
Forrest, listen, you're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think
We
you can
just
handle that?
link them.
We don't really have much choice.
She's gonna talk me through it, and I have to talk
from the
someone
top.
else through it.
If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down. Apply continuous pressure directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure. Clean cloths when slowed. Got it. I think.
You said he was
Perfect.
stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still
Comfortable,
in him,
pressure, clean.
don't take it out.
Don't take it out.
It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info. But I think we
got
can
it.
handle this.
Glad you got
It's
it so
it's
far,
kind of
because
common
there's more to
sense.
go.
Fuck. Keep going.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right, don't replace bandages, elevate his legs, keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry. That's as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding, find someone to get him stabilized, and get him here as quick as you can. Good luck.
All right,
Okay.
Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
189.16.
Hello? Hello? Forrest, are you there?
Are you
Hi,
holding up?
Casey, I'm here. How are you doing?
I need help! I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left, but he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
All right.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg?
Keep it
It's
there.
gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
Don't touch the knife.
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No,
Good idea.
don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
Secure the knife.
I think we need to secure the knife so it doesn't move around. Do you have anything you can tie around it?
Yeah. There's some laundry piled up on top of the dryer, some cloths on the hood of the car, and what else? I guess I've got my jacket.
Clean rags?
Take the cleaning rags and hold them over the wound.
I really hope these are clean.
Oh.
Here we go. I'm sorry, Jason. It's secure. I'm putting pressure on his stomach again. I'm starting to think we might make it.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Okay.
Casey, I'm gonna have a quick word with Peggy.
Those might not have been the right
Keep putting that pressure on and
cloths.
let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay. I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right.
You right?
She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Any suggestions?
Any suggestions, Peggy?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
I don't know everybody's numbers. I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
What?
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away. Right. There is something else.
What?
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard, the future is floppy?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks. Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them.
Yeah.
You put them in a computer and they do something.
Peggy, I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these floppy disks. I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Thanks, Peggy. I'll just have to look around.
I mean, there's still more to do.
Good. I'll patch my mic down to the office, so you'll hear me over the intercom.
Locked tight.
Lock all doors in the station. Means we must be getting close to the end. This is a cool game. I like being a radio host. Whoever this has completed the thing.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code.
Very important date. Max forever. Need to write pitch document. Good title. Bring back original protagonist and villain. Floppy disk. Clyde, if you're reading this, stop stealing my post-it notes. Ask Jeannie where those tapes are. It's been over.
Could this be it?
A celebrity killer who lives with it. These are terrifying. There's never any pizza. What happened to the original delivery guy? Maybe Ryderman is Final Girl's girlfriend. Protagonist is college student Megan. She's smart, beautiful, resourceful, lactose intolerant. Takes place on 11/07. Very important date for the town.
Nice.
Holy shit. What the fuck? I didn't like that. I could do without that. Okay, what is this? Bradley Carter, food critic.
Get a load of this, Peggy. Apparently, I'm a lone wolf type.
Forrest, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. We have a man literally dying on the line, and we're more interested in you.
You're right, I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I can read the rest of this later.
Karen Lawson. Is this what I needed? Karen only stepped up her duties recent months. She's taken full on. Hey, we should show. Inside. Started mentoring Peggy. I think this will be really good for Peggy. I'm doing team. Oh, so Karen didn't do it with Peggy. John Hedges, newsreader. He used to engage with the first aid trainer during his course. I know he's a war medic. Apparently had a bunch of medical equipment in his home that he procured from the military at the end of his service. Is that legal? Spoke to John again about eating the free samples. I mean, is he too old though? We've had that problem before. Maybe John. Barbara Albright. Really getting on with the staff. Everyone gives her great feedback. Barbara got another cat recently. She must have at least 5 now. Daisy, Murphy, Penelope, Freddie, and Lord Winston. Need to monitor productivity going forward. Kept photos for distraction. After I told her about the concept from her horoscope, she didn't. I don't care what she thinks. A story about an alien egg at the center of the Earth set to hatch on February 30th is a great idea. Why else would we avoid having a February 30th?
Hey, Peggy. I think Reggie's on to you and Karen. Maybe don't bring those little drink umbrellas into work for a while.
What? Why are you reading my file? You need to find someone who can help Casey. We already know I can't. Don't waste time.
You're right. I'm sorry.
John Hodges is our guy.
Candidates. I really shouldn't have read both. We're in a hurry.
I think John Hodges is our guy. That down. Or whoever this is. Reginald Scott.
Not getting in there tonight.
I don't know. We went through all of them, so I guess let's go back up. I'm gonna go with the war vet. He's got a lot of medical equipment. I didn't look at where he lived, though. Wait. It still says my objective is to figure out the safe combination? Uh-oh.
Could this be it?
It's a definitely not. Maybe? He lives on Nancy Drive, which is where we need them to be. I'm afraid it's bugged. Wait, am I supposed to call her on this, maybe? No? Just go through them all again. Karen's a definite no. I think this is us. We're a definite no. Bradley and Barbara seem to be spending a lot of time together. Brad and Barbara ended up missing most of our first aid session. Okay, so Brad's in there. It's really just John Hedges. Can I call him or something? 542? I'm confused. Should I take this with me? I'm confused. I don't know where I would put it. Hmm. We don't have a pooter in here. I feel like I'm gonna save the game and then I'm gonna load the game. I feel like it might be a little fucked. Am I missing something? Because I already opened the safe. It's 11:07, right? Yeah.
Could this be it?
I can't even input it again. Let me save. No, that's the wrong save to load. Okay.
Could this be it?
Karen's a no. That's me, I'm a no. Brad's a no. Now, like, can I interact with it in another way or something? What the fuck, dude? What's it say? Head to Reggie's office, try to work out the safe combination. Let's just look at this.
I ended up having open heart surgery.
Oh
It
my
was like a
God.
well-oiled machine. I owe my life to Cooper Regional Medical Center.
Okay, comes down here.
Yeah, how to open this safe.
Okay.
Oh my God, where is that? Holy
Hey,
shit.
Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
Yeah.
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason.
All right, good work. Who should I...
Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere. What's happening? What do I do?
He's going into shock.
God, it sounds like he's going into shock. Casey, just stay calm. It's going to be okay.
But the bleeding seemed to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
Casey, calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
Elevate his legs.
Casey, I need
Get
you
blood to his
elevate
vital
Jason's
organs.
legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt.
Perfect.
Just give me a second. Sorry. Jason's bleeding through his bandages. Should I get him new ones?
Add more on top.
Oh, God.
Don't remove the bandage. Apply another one on top of it. Do you still have something you can use?
I've used the rest of the laundry to keep him warm, so I'll use my jacket. I can always get a new one. I'll fix his bandage and get him warm. Hold on, please. Sorry. I'm done. You're gonna be okay, Jason. Just relax now, okay? Sorry. I'm scared. He's not doing well. Is he gonna?
He's gonna be fine.
Jason is going to be fine. Just
Unless
make sure
those
he knows he's gonna
rags
be okay, okay?
Okay,
were dirty.
please. I can't give him what he needs. Please, help. I can't lose him.
All right, Forrest, we need to hurry. Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said you knew who to call earlier?
John.
Who was it?
John Hedges.
We need to call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really?
Yep.
I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
5420735.
Calling now. Let's hope he picks.
Who the hell is this calling me? What time is it?
John, it's Forrest Nash here at KFAM.
I
We have
think
an
he's like
emergency and we need your help.
56 years old.
Forrest, if this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me a note like everybody else.
Medical emergency. Somebody's been stabbed.
A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or... Never mind. He's lost a lot of blood, and he's passed out. We need you to help him.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're not kidding. A man is gonna die if we don't help him right now.
Seriously? I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient? What's his condition?
He's at 25 Nancy Drive. I think we got his friend to stem the bleeding, but he's gone into shock. He's passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
Just
What we
get
were
over
told,
there, man.
He has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me
It's like
grab a few
his neighbor.
supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John. We'll let him know you're on your way.
Good luck.
Hello, Casey. Are you there? How are we doing?
Bad. Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
How is he now?
What about now? Is he still thrashing?
He's passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that,
I'm
Jason?
worried the rags put on him on his wound first is.
John's fine. Just hold
She said,
on
I
to me,
hope they're
okay?
clean.
Just hold on.
Come on.
Hello, Casey. This is John Hedges. I'm here about Jason. Please let me in. I'm guessing that's Jason there. Casey, I'm gonna need your help. Forrest, Peggy, don't you two worry. We've got this from here.
Okay. Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Good luck, everyone. God, I hope he's gonna be all right.
And with that, the show moves on. We're sending our best wishes to Jason.
Hog.
Well, after all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
Let's roll. I don't trust those glass doors.
It's getting pretty late. This might be your last break for the night, so try to enjoy it. Give me a buzz when you want to go back on air.
Let's roll.
You got it. We've got another call coming through, too. Oh, we have another call coming in. But, hang on.
What's up, Peggy?
What is it? Is it Dawn?
Peggy?
You're gonna want to take this call off the air.
Who is it?
Just do it.
All right, folks, it's time for another track. Here's one to help you sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this. I hope this is good news, Peggy. Who have we got?
Find out for yourself on line 1.
Oh my god, just tell me.
Hello?
Forrest, I'm glad I got back through to you. Sounds like it's been a busy night, huh?
Yeah.
Surprise! It's Leslie, our 911 operator, leading the charge from Henderson to come save us. It's so good to hear from you. Are you okay?
We're doing okay. Sarah and I are both happy to be headed back home.
We're happy to have you too. Wait, Sarah?
Sarah?
Oh, yeah, I mean Deputy Martinez. Anyway, we got back into radio range a little while ago. We've been listening in, but haven't been able to get through until now.
Been a long night.
Ever since you found Sheriff Matthews, it's only gotten worse. It's been a long night.
Well, it shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm glad I got through to you. I wanted to let you all know what's going on.
What?
I made it to Henderson. Turns out somebody had cut the phone lines, and
Bastards.
they had no idea what was happening. After I told them, well, their sheriff sent a goddamn squad back with me to stop this.
That's great news. That's crazy about the phone lines, though. Do you think the Whistling Man cut them?
I'm guessing so. I don't know how the Whistling Man did it. But that doesn't matter right now. Listen, we're coming in hot, but we need your help. I know Gallows Creek isn't a big town, but if we don't know where the Whistling Man is, we can't get him. Her.
True.
That's where you come in.
What do you need?
You can count on us. What do you need?
It might be a long shot, but here goes. The Whistling Man already called up a few times. I bet she calls again. We're still a little ways out of town, so if she calls, stall her. Buy as much time as you can for us to get in. And while you're talking to her, try to figure out where she is. We'll be listening in, so once her location is known, we'll head straight there and end this nightmare.
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Heck, I can see the headlines now. Forrest Nash's interview of a lifetime. Anyway, I'll radio the other cars and tell them the plan is a go. Hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be with our killer behind bars. Take care now.
We'll see you soon, Leslie. Oh, thank God. It sounds like this is almost over. We're nearly through this.
Let's get back on the air.
Best we don't waste any time then. Let's get back on air.
You got it.
189
Okay, Forrest, shut the music off. Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me, Forrest Nash. The line is lit up, but before I get to our next caller, I just want to say, things are looking up. It's almost over. But for now, let's bring in our next caller.
Let's do it.
Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here
Oh,
with
great.
Casey. I wanted to give you an update on Jason.
John,
How's he doing?
Is he gonna be okay?
He's a fighter. He'll be fine.
Great.
Got him stabilized and resting in a bed. We're preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. If you hadn't been there, then... God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
John,
Can't
Casey,
stop yawning.
You two did all the work. Tell Jason to get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Is this Forrest?
The one and only.
The one and only. I hope you're feeling better.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, you know. Got a hole in my stomach, and there's a knife in my leg, but John gave me something to take the edge off. So, I might feel even better than either of you.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will. But, before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the Whistling Man is still out there?
Yep.
Yep. As far as we know, anyway.
I was worried you'd say that. God damn it.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I wanted to talk to you about what happened earlier.
Go for it.
Casey said when you were attacked, your assailant said something like, "It's not so funny now." Do you know what they meant?
I do. I've heard that voice every day in my head for almost 20 years.
Every day? Does the killer live in Gallows Creek?
No, not exactly.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line. I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Forrest, have you ever heard of somebody called George Barrow?
The
Yeah.
boy who drowned?
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough to hold it all in.
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest. And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find myself in jail. For a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like he'd never existed.
What happened?
What happened that night?
I went along with the stupid prank, that's what. Whistling night. Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers. We decided to plan a party in the woods and have the Whistling Man crash it. It was stupid. We each had a role. I was the stabbed friend. At the party that night, I left the group for a second. Met our Whistling Man. Pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone. Started an almighty panic. Those screams. That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead. But when I heard her scream...
Her?
Yeah. George's girl.
Do you remember who she was?
Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest. Her name was...
What? What happened? Are we still on air?
No, we're not. Seems like the power is completely gone.
How do we get it back on?
I don't, oh, we can use the emergency generator down in the basement. Reggie
The
put it
fuck?
a while ago, in case we ever needed to do an emergency broadcast.
An emergency broadcast?
Emergency, you know, nuclear war, alien attack, broadcasting a serial killer's location to the cops so we can end this nightmare.
Fair point!
It's in the storage area, in the far back corner, up on the wall. You might have spotted it earlier when you were digging around for all those tapes. It'll have a big red button. Just press that. I'll see you when you're back.
This is where I die. In here, she said?
Far back corner. Why is this station so big? That must be it. Boom! We've got power.
Oh no.
The Whistling Man. I need to warn Peggy.
Peggy? fuck? They're out here, aren't they? Sure sounded like they were.
Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy! I need to get back upstairs.
I hate this.
What the hell?
What was that? What made that noise? Peggy's door's open.
Oh no. Peggy! Where'd you go?
Ah! No, I'm locked in here.
No way. This can't be happening.
What's he doing? What?
A call.
Where's Peggy?
Where's Peggy, Don?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night. Almost the end of the show. But it's not over just yet. Got a little time still. So let's make the most of it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Make the most of it how?
Well... I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch! Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr. Teddy Gallows Jr.
Wait.
It's all gonna come out tonight, Teddy. Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. But even if he crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world...
Wait, where the hell is Teddy? How are you talking to him if you're here with me?
Because I'm not there with you, Forrest. I'm here with Teddy. And if he says where that is, well, he knows he'll get it.
Then who's here?
Wait, then...
That's Peggy.
Who am I looking at?
Forrest Nash, let me introduce you and all of Gallows Creek to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry. Nice to meet you.
Don't mind him. He's just shy.
So there were two whistling men tonight. Of course.
That explains how they're...
you were always able to get around town so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's how you escaped the secret archives in the newspaper office.
Don't think I've forgotten about that, Forrest. Locking my sweet boy away like an animal.
Hang on. Did you say Barrow? Then are you?
Let me just get this mask off. Damn uncomfortable thing. No wonder Mooney went crazy wearing this. There we go.
Marie Campbell?
Who's that?
George's old girl.
Oh.
Well, it sure has been years since I last saw. Oh, God damn it.
Where's this going?
Where are you going with all of this?
Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did. He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
Listen to me.
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before. Meanwhile, Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk.
Love
You're
it,
gonna help me
him.
reveal what really happened to George all those years ago.
I still think Peggy's in on it. do it.
Okay, Marie. I'll do it.
Good. Then let's talk about the night George was murdered.
Murdered? Listen,
Damn.
I said you speak when you're spoken to. Now, I know you've done some good work tonight in piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago, and that's why I want you to interview us.
I can do that.
Interview you. All right. I can do that.
Thank you. I want you to help me and Teddy tell the story, Forrest. Do a good job. And hell, you might be the only one to leave here alive.
I need to drag this out. If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek, and if I can find out where Marie is, this can end. Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
A lot of
how
talking.
would I know? It was 20 years ago.
My mousetrap didn't even go off, man. What a ripoff.
Teddy, be honest with me or we're both going to die.
Honest? Forrest, I'm trapped here with a psycho. Ow. What the hell? God damn it. Okay. Our first
I wish I could turn that
party
off. It's
was
really
coming up.
annoying.
And
The
when I
buzzing.
saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
Whistling night.
I understand that kids in Gallows Creek know tonight as Whistling Night. I'm guessing that's what you mean?
Well, we didn't have a name for it then. It was just the night that Mooney went missing. But Whistling Night is what they'd call it later.
Wait. You mean this was the first Whistling Night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. He brought Marie.
Okay.
About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there, bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the Whistling Man, everyone screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind.
Wait. Ricky was there? Roller Ricky?
He was.
Rip.
And he was in on the whole thing.
How do you know?
How do you know that Ricky was in on it?
Teddy and Ricky were as close as anybody. I can't believe for a second that Ricky didn't know the plan.
I never told... Damn it!
If Ricky had told us, if he just told us, he and George would both be alive still.
Well, if Ricky weren't dead, we could have heard his side of the story.
It was just a stupid prank.
Just a prank?
How can you still say it was just a prank?
Oh, come on! God damn it!
Some wet sounding hits.
He thought his best friend was dead.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to play.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding and got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that. Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point. And when I noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the Whistling Man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing, telling me it's just a joke.
I can stall for time here.
How'd you feel?
How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like
felt small and confused. And
Who's under the mask?
Who was under the mask, Marie? Who was the whistling man?
it was Chuck. Chuck Brody.
Ah,
Laughing away. But then he stops. And he's looking up. At the top of Whistling Point.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
why'd he fall?
Why'd he fall, Teddy?
He just
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, god damn it! I just chased him up there and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
you liar.
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke.
How would he
If
know?
he had any brains, he would have realized. Ugh, you bitch. No one's going to believe this. After all you did.
Why the cover up?
If she's lying, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Nash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forrest. And then governor. And then
I mean, I'd be okay with this guy dying. Probably.
what happened that
He's kind of an
night
asshole.
was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up. Why should a blip ruin my future?
George was a blip?
Ooh. Wasn't a
He
blip.
wasn't a blip, Marie.
His father covered it up from there. I searched for George's body all night, but
You never found his body, Marie?
I looked all night. Jogger found him the next morning, washed up on the river. Instead of telling the truth, she lied. She said she found him in the reservoir.
Our jazz runner, Sandra Sharp.
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking. That he'd just got himself into trouble. And
I saw. I'm sorry. For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatments she couldn't afford. She played along with the gallows to save her sister's life. And her own.
even still, she should have told the truth. I did my part. I tried everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper, but no. That coward killed the story. We'll take care of Maurice Russell later.
No, you won't. This has to stop.
This has to stop, Marie.
Never should have started. He shouldn't have pushed my George off a cliff. He should have been punished. It's coming to a stop. At least for now. Here, where George and I first met, before he joined the football team,
Where'd they first meet?
was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec.
I mean, I guess the football field.
You're at the football field.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck.
Forrest, you idiot!
I mean, how would I know that?
At Gallows Creek High.
I told you not to do that.
Wait.
He's dead too now, isn't he?
He is. Anyway, I think that about wraps up the interview with Teddy. So,
Marie? Where? Oh my
Peggy.
Peggy!
Teddy! Peggy. It's been so long since I've seen your face. I worried you wouldn't come. And here I was, thinking you'd forgotten
I'd never forget my own sister.
What the hell?
What the hell? Peggy, what's happening? Why are you even there?
Wanna explain, Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason, I got a call. Do you remember? Well, it was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out
That my sister is
Didn't recognize her voice.
Good to see you too, Peggy.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I knew if I told you, you'd try to stop me or come with me when we need you on the radio. And I just...
I'm sorry. This has to be a lot for you.
I just... What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared? I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No. They told
What
me
up,
to stay
Zilkas?
quiet. They only cared when they learned I'd been with George. And
Marie, I'm so sorry. I never knew.
it's not your fault. Really, it's Mom and Dad I should be seeing right now. But since they're dead and gone, well, I'll have to settle for the next best thing.
Don't.
Don't. Marie, listen to me. You don't have to do this.
Someone has to pay for what they did.
Marie, please.
Mom and Dad are gone, Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like the rest. You forgot.
Marie, Peggy never forgot about you.
Keep your mouth shut.
She kept a card from you. She kept it here on her desk.
What card?
The card you made me for my 8th birthday.
What does it say then?
Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
That's what we thought.
Well, no one's gonna forget now.
No!
Peggy! No!
Fuck.
Henry, kill him.
No?
Henry, you don't have to do this. There's still time to make the right decision.
Henderson police! Free! No! Henry! Get out of there!
That's what I thought.
Freeze!
It's not safe out there.
Forrest,
Leslie, how's Peggy?
she... Oh my god.
Peggy, where's Marie?
Gone. Bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. Won't be long now. It's over, Forrest.
Damn. 4 people died. Roller Ricky and his dog, Peggy, Teddy Gallus Jr., Murphy. That was a pretty cool game.
Come in. One suspect is in custody. Trailed the other suspect into the nearby woods.
Oh, is this the epilogue? Skip the epilogue and credits. I feel like we should wait. It reminded me of not for broadcast or something. It's a similar game where we're in charge of a TV station, and that was kind of cool. We had to like play ads a certain time, rewind and stuff. Are there more games like that? Is that a certain genre where you're just like... A lot of credits. It's so loud.
We have the suspect cornered at the top of Whistling Point.
Is that Whistling Point? Maybe? Wait. Where is it? I'm waiting for it.
Stupid Forrest, I can't believe you fell for my framing of Murray as the Whistling Man.
Stupid SpongeBob, you aren't the Whistling Man, you are crazy.
Yes, stupid SpongeBob, I am the Whistling Man.
No, I am the Whistling Man. Stop making me so mad or I'm gonna whistle. Oh, damn it, I can't whistle.
Oh, he didn't even try. Damn it, I can't whistle. I'm not a big whistler either. Whistle Point?
Officer Lugo, do you have a visual? Negative. No sign of the suspect anywhere.
Look at the physics. So is that the end, or 1v1 in Divinity Original? Dude, Divinity Original Sin made me a little upset. I opened it and I was just gonna check out the character creator, and one of the origin characters is a skeleton, and the backstory for this fucking skeleton is like the exact fucking backstory I was planning on doing for my little boner guy if I ever made a story about him, where it's basically like they're brought back to life and they don't remember their origin, but they're from like an ancient race that nobody knows about. And that was going to be like the explanation for why my boner guy looks different than other like skeletons. Why he doesn't have a nose, teeth are weird, eyes are weird. Anyway, that was Killer Frequency. I'm missing 8 achievements. What did we miss? Roller Ricky, yeah. We'll see those 4. Place the mannequin head into the fridge. Save all the targets. It's under 4 hours. Nobody survives. So I gotta play it like 2 more times at least. What's our next game gonna be? Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna watch the damn Fallout 4 is getting free updates. What? Enclave Remnants brings the pre-war cabal of the Enclave into Fallout 4 storyline. New quest? There's a new Fallout 4 quest? Along with workshop items. Okay. Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna go watch the Fallout show, and if it's good, who knows? Maybe the next game is Fallout VR. We just crank that out. Who's to say? I don't know. Depending on if I finish the Fallout show tonight, which I probably won't, there may not be a stream tomorrow because I'll be busy watching that. But I wanted to go ahead and finish Killer Frequency before I got into that. That's a cool looking Halo suit. Reminds me of a grunt. But anyway, that is it for today.
Goodbye, Sir Munderpants. Enjoy Fallout.
Thank you. I will. I hope I will. We'll see. People were actually shitting on Walton Goggins, who plays a ghoul in the Fallout show, and because he didn't play any of the games. And for some things, I could see that. Like, if someone's gonna play Tomb Raider, like, what do you mean you never played a single Tomb Raider? But if someone's playing Fallout, what the fuck? You really expect these actors to put down like 400 hours into a Fallout game just to get ready for a role that's not even taking place in that specific Fallout? I don't know. On this specific instance, I can give them a break. Anyway, though, I'm out. Have a good night. I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. Adios.